Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all alright. If you can sense a little bit of extra bass in my voice, I can assure you it's not because we moved into underground war trenches. It's the weather that's been flirting with me, so just feeling it a little bit. Nonetheless, I do feel it is bringing more depth to my voice. So I hope this is a rather soothing experience, the watching of this video. And we shall talk about a concept which is something that the operations department keeps a close eye on, and that is the ERP system, which is called enterprise resource planning. Now, the ERP system is kind of like how your body's nervous system works, right? There are different parts, different senses of your body, but in the end, they all report back to your brain. And it's your brain that's telling you how your entire body is working, whether you're at your most efficient level, are you sick, are you well, are you active, are you happy, are you sad? So, all of these feelings which are coming through the senses, which is what you need to operate, are sending signals back to your brain, right? ERP is like that central brain of the company which is being fed information from all the departments within it. But the one department that has the closest eye on this system is the operations department, because the whole idea of ERP is to bring efficiency in your business by using technology. And ERP is like it is basically a software. It connects the entire company's operations into one single unit where anybody from the company, whether that's the operations department, marketing, finance, whoever wants to know where everything is at this point, are we achieving our targets or not, it can be easily spotted in the ERP system. All businesses would want to have these in their companies because it makes decision making easier. It makes it easier to plan for the future by knowing exactly the right numbers, and especially for finance, where you have to find out the exact cost of a unit. That's where the ERP system is also very, very helpful. So it is a management software which basically connects all the businesses departments so that we can take faster decisions. Now, what are the benefits of having ERP? Well, it integrates many processes within the business, but what it also does, it connects you with your external stakeholders as well, which include our suppliers, right? And your entire supply chain, which is where your raw material starts and how the product gets into the hands of the customer. That entire process, that chain, is something that you need to make sure that there are no delays and things are being delivered at the right time in the right quantity. And ERP does that. You can connect your ERP system with your supplier system, and you can even incorporate just in time within it. And that way, you can have a closer eye on where your inventories are going. Secondly, for obvious reasons, operations department wants to look at this, and we'll see soon how the different pieces of information that operation require are all present in the ERP system. And lastly, the marketing department can also deal with customer problems through this. So, if there are any complaints with any product, marketing can use the software to update operations, and then they can run their quality checks and make the corrections that are needed. So, what ERP is trying to do is it sets itself two broad goals, and we'll see how they translate into business objectives. First goal that it has is that it wants to reduce your operational costs. So, if there's any way we can save money, if we can get economies of scale from anywhere, let's put our resources together, let's work it through the ERP system, and let's plan it out. And secondly, they also want to minimize the amount of resource that are required. So, not any wastage, not having extra storage. All of those are reduced when systems and all the requirements are integrated through the ERP system. So, let's look at a graphical representation of what an ERP system would look like. So essentially, this is what an ERP system would look like, and this is what it would do. Albeit this is more colorful than how businesses would have them. But look, it's all well and good. So ERP systems, what they do is they literally connect every part of the business so that the operations department has all the information that they need to produce at the most efficient level. So what do they need to be efficient? Well, they need to keep a close eye on their inventory. So ERP incorporates just in time, and that way you have a real time information of how much inventory is being held. Are we close to our minimum levels? Should we get back to our maximum levels? So inventory control becomes super easy and real time because of ERP. Then any new services that you're offering to customers, all of those will be part of this, so everybody knows that this is on the plate. They must be ready to answer any questions customers may have. Of course, the HR department needs to make labor available. They need to train them, they need to motivate them, and if case in case there's requirement for more labor from the operations department, HR will notify the number of and the skill of workers that are available. MRP, which is monetary resource planning, is just how your finances are being arranged and how well are they being utilized. So the financial aspects also part of ERP. Your production levels, what are you at? Are you reaching the targets or not? Of course, there are things that you need to purchase to run your business administratively, pens and pencils, for example. So all of that is part of ERP as well. CRM is customer relationship management, as we've seen before in marketing, and this is where you're trying to keep your customers happy by getting feedback from them and also letting them put in some their complaints and their pains so that you can send that to the operations department and they can work on correcting them. Of course, no operations department can operate without a forecasted sales number. So again, marketing is connected to ERP and they are giving their forecasted sales. This is what we should be expecting in the coming months. And to do all of this, you need money. And finance will make it available through the ERP, or at least let you know how much is available so you know what you have to work with. So as you can see, all the parts of the business all nicely wrapped together in one little software, and it's literally a computer screen where you can see things in real time and make decisions as to whether you want to produce more, less, are there complaints, or if there's any congratulations for the operations department. That will also be part of the ERP system. So central nervous system connects everyone, makes it easier to manage the operational tasks. So what we saw in that wheel of ours, which represented the ERP, was that it brings many benefits, and one of which is very important to a business, not from an operational perspective, but also from a cash flow perspective, that you need to have control over your inventory. And inventory control becomes a lot easier when you have everything in real time. Remember, you can have JIT and you get to only order as much as you need at that point. How do you know how much do you need? Well, you simply look at the ERP system. And again, just-in-time and ERP are two digital softwares that can be incorporated to make them work in real time. So inventory control tells you exactly how much you have in stock, how much you need to order, and according to that, the finance department will release the funds. Additionally, and this is very important for ERP, is that it allows you to know exactly what it costs the company to make one unit. Now, why is that important? Because you also want to set prices for your product, and if it's costing you at different costs, at different levels of cost for different products, then you must be ready to set variable prices for it. So you get to find out what, and of course, if you will match up the concept of cost plus pricing here, and if you know the exact cost, you can set up the price, and that way you have a marketing strategy as well. Thirdly, it allows you to maximize your capacity, allows you to see how much you have to spare, how much you have more to make. So you get to exactly know when you deliver the products, exactly how much of your resources are left and how much you need more in order to be operating as close to maximum capacity as possible. Right now, of course, with all things that sound so good, there will always be certain drawbacks. And one is that these are super expensive. They are provided by specialist companies, and they'll be thousands of dollars, and they have to be customized for every company, and everything that's customized, of course, the price of it goes up. And that's where there's another problem that arises from it. And the problem is that the system may be set up, but if you're not running it properly, if the right kind of information is not being fed into it at the right time, then the system is really not doing you any good. So the system's only good as its management. The more information and the more accurate information you put into it, the better it will work. And lastly, you will have to train, you'll have to equip your workers, and you have to find accurate information from market research, keeping close ties with your suppliers. All of those will cost you, but all companies will at least try to have some version of ERP so that they're able to make more decisions, quicker decisions, so that operationally they're able to be more efficient.